Hey everybody, we're live. Welcome to the stream. Casting a new game of CS tonight. Wednesday night matches. Are you ready for this, Bible?
I am totally ready for this. Another night of Counter-Strike. I am excited. Count me in.
Looks like we're gonna have a re-air of the of SAR coming in hot off that win. Both wins last week, actually.
That was pretty good. I was here for that Monday game, and they definitely made an impression. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do tonight.
Yeah, I definitely think that it was a showcase for power, as we have Acid actually coming up with 2 frags quickly there. I don't think there's much strategy this round outside of just running out T-Con.
It's a dangerous game they're playing there, playing peekaboo.
Yes. Just kind of waiting for the next action to occur. Not really sure what they're doing. It looks like the frag's starting to roll in.
This is so close.
Oh, what a shot.
Yeah.
Moses with it.
That, I gotta say though, like, that was what, a 2v4 at one point? Like, that was not
Yeah.
supposed to happen where you get the plant and get it down so close to a 1v1. I like the patience that they showed. They were looking for a mistake from the CTs, and they got their opening, and they managed to get the bomb plant. And I'll tell you, I'd rather lose the pistol round with the bomb plant than without it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it just injects that extra cash into your pocket. I was a little nervous sitting there by Red Train. I wasn't sure how the round was really going to develop there. Pays off, though. So one thing I observed last week is the utility usage. It looks like Train actually is becoming a more popular map, and people are learning more utility on this. Looks like we have a smoke T-Con. No action Ivy.
I'm a bit surprised the terrorists did not opt to buy into it. That usually seems to be the meta. You get the bomb plant, lose the round, and buy right back into it. But they're going only for Tech 9s, it seems like, and maybe a Deagle.
Yeah, I think maybe looking to buy full utility next round. Really set up some site takes. Down a little bit. Nutty with the kill into Aussie. Looks like they're going to roll right into this. I don't think they're going to anticipate the T-Con flare. Seems to be the meta now. Make sure you stick somebody in there. Yep. So far, great round. 2 dead, but I mean, MP9s are farming.
That's solid CT play right there. I mean, on the first round, they almost let it slip away, but they're like, okay, not this time. We're not going to lose to pistols on armored opponents. We're going to do it right. And that's good so far. It's a good start. I'd be feeling fairly confident if I was on the CT side now.
Yes. Oh, we're going to have a bit of a bonus round again. See if some of these MP9s can get kills. Everybody tuning in, give a shout out. Jackpot observing tonight. About to have a great night of CS. COS Bible here. Do you like train, Bible? Are you a fan of the train?
I haven't really decided. There are aspects to it that I like. I like what they're trying to do with it. I've not decided if it's...
Ooh, Nutty with the double kill there. Kind of appears that Smoke Source are kind of puttering out this round. Oh, there it is. Flashbang in, LW caught. See, I think that's going to be a trend that we continue to see throughout the season. Take a T-con, get somebody in there, take as much space as you can. Wow, Acid. The spray through the smoke to get the round. Really seeing kind of a dominating CT side here. MP9s are dropped now.
I think it's still early, though. I think the T's have a chance here to play this one a little bit. I mean, they can play it safe, they can play it reckless, they can rush something. They got the pistols, they have some utility and armor. And really start setting themselves up for next round.
Oh, the spray. Acid. So actually, we have a really turnaround eco here. Things slow down. Eclipse opting to save. I think that's the right call here. 1v2, unknown. Keep the most expensive rifle in the game. I mean, I think that's something that Singularity is going to have to watch out for this game, is the just overall aim of Smokosaurus. I think they showed last week they have quite a gift in that area.
That's not the way I expected that to go. I actually thought that push out of T-Con would have had more steam behind it. I thought they would have been able to get onto the site and do something. It was just shockingly pointless. I don't know the word to use.
I think there comes a turning point in the round where it's kind of like, okay, are we dead in the water right now? And I think that that's kind of what shifted the wind there. I mean, I think Singularity came out today to say, hey, we're ready to play CT side. Maybe watch the demo. Oh, wow.
Look at that push.
I mean, pistols have proven to be dangerous. See, again, it's almost like at the 50-second mark, the round just kind of comes to a halt. Terrorists not sure really what their next move needs to be. Oh. A 1v3, do we believe? Already spotted. And it's done. So I know we're kind of in between rounds, but just for those that are tuning into the mainstream, kind of wanted to go around real quick and just kind of mention some of the scores that we're seeing. Lactose Legends, Overlords. That game is 5-5 right now. Tune in after this round, kind of see how the league's doing all around. So how are you feeling about so far what you've seen by the T side?
It's a little bit concerning. I wouldn't hit the panic button just yet, but they don't seem to be having the same momentum. And on Monday, they were absolutely on fire with the calls that they needed to make, the positions. It was individual skill, it was team skill. Right now, we're seeing them get stalled out, and I think they're expecting the counter-terrorists to make mistakes, and they're not finding the mistakes. And after a certain point of the, CT's not giving you anything, you got to find those openings yourself, and that's where it can sometimes get a little difficult.
Yeah, I agree. I really think that they are kind of stalling out, waiting to see what comes their way. And the problem is the CTs are, wow, just feeling it right now. Acid again.
Counter-terrorists win. I know that the changes to train that were kind of done impromptu by Valve, where they added that new box on A-Site. I mean, that's a big difference to suddenly have a new defensible point on the map. I don't really think, I know we've had it for a little bit now, but I don't think teams have really sorted it into their plans. And being that we're this early into the league, it's not certain that all of the T sides have figured out exactly what they want to do to counter that.
Yeah, do you molly it every round? Do you try to smoke in front and just continue your sandwich smoke? I mean, it also opens the ability to easily spray through a smoke if you do throw it. So I think it's really, it's a complicated area for the T's to kind of conquer. Gram Zero with the Deagle opener for the terrorist.
That's two.
Oh, LW caught out with the flashbang. So the CTs are aware now. This is definitely an A hit. Probably gonna bulk up on that IB and T-Con. Already sneaking out though. There's the first frag.
This is looking good for counter-terrorists here. It's still doable though.
So we have the bomb in the middle of sight.
They lost track of him. Oh, now they know.
Bomb has been planted.
There it is. Acid. We can't see right now. Can we get a tab real quick?
Bomb has been defused.
Yeah, acid. I knew he was doing a lot of damage. Nutty. We saw him in the early rounds, really kind of picking up the weight of the team to progress that. Chief though with 23 enemy flashes. Utility definitely a big part. Jack, our great observer, he's out here showing us utility damage as well. I think that's expected though on the CT side. If you're not really having high utility damage in the beginning rounds, especially if they're pushing T-Con, I think that you need to adjust easily. That's something that I think all players should be looking at as the scoreboard. Oh, what a shot. See, here we are again. I'm about to say we're at the 50-second mark and the round has stalled out.
And for those who were watching Counter-Strike a long time ago, like 11 years ago, this was the, I don't know, the calling card of Na'Vi from way back, like 2014. They'd wait until there was like 20 seconds left, and then they'd hit the gas pedal and do a major execute. It's something that, I don't know how, but they made it work. And it's much harder to do now because if you'll notice, like the counter-terrorists like to just hold their positions. You can't be hiding at Ivy. You can't be really hiding anywhere other than like T-Con, Hot Dog, or, you know, the B halls. So the counter-terrorists will have a quick rotate here on this map. There we go, some utility. And the plant.
Yep. So these are actually really good post-plant positions. Nade hit. I wonder if they heard that cue. Doesn't matter. Wow. I think at this point you save that AK.
Wow.
Bomb has been defused.
Really looks like the smoke sources are kind of lost right now on T side. I know last week we really didn't get to see them have to play a lot, but it looks like right now they're really unsure of what they need to be doing mid-round.
I was a little bit doubtful of the retake because of how passive Singularity was at the beginning of it. They were sitting there, they were waiting, they were assessing. I would imagine that if we were listening in on their comms, we would have heard them really working on the coordination. They probably actually had that planned. Like, we're going to do the retake, we're going to do it together.
Yep.
This is how we're going to do it. That was brilliant.
There is time though to turn it around. I do feel 3 to 4 rounds on T side is I mean 4 rounds I think is exceptional and really set up a CT side on train. I feel it's one of the easier maps to defend as a CT.
I mean, the other question is that, is this a CT-sided map right now with all of the changes that Valve made? Is 8 to 4 okay?
I would say it is. I mean, you highlighted earlier that there's additional defensive spots that have been added by Valve on the map, and I think that makes it significantly easier to hold Sandwich, T-Con, upper on B site with the new box that's added. I think that there's more of a call to use utility, whether it's a flashbang or smoking off certain aspects of the site, to really gain that extra space. What you think?
It's hard to say now. I would like to see more professional gameplay, and I'd like to see how that trickles down to lesser than professional gameplay, you know, at different levels. I don't really watch enough train, I think, now since the changes.
I think I've seen it. There's definitely a fluctuation of it. I think that we're seeing more pro teams adopt it. I know that Furia has been known to really kind of go for that in a veto or ban pick scenario. So I think we're going to see it really kind of surge more than overpass per se.
Got to give credit to, you know, Graham Zera on his side. He's got 10 kills. He's positive in KD, 81 ADR. His team's struggling though. That's the reality of it. But he's still in it, and he's still doing damage. Although I said that, and he was AFK at the beginning of the round, it looks like.
No. I mean, yeah, we're really starting to see the CTs kind of stack kills here. 1v4, you know, 100 HP in a dream. Can it be done? Waiting for the smoke to clear, the spam comes through. Okay, here's a first kill.
Start.
Oh,
Good
he's
start.
waiting for it. Oh, Graham's there almost. He definitely had the call there.
Makes you wonder if he hits that on land.
You'll all just have to tune in and definitely buy tickets to the first EPE land. You're hearing it first.
I mean, it's noticeable, right? When you watch online Counter-Strike, the delay is just, it looks really jarring when you're used to watching, only professional CS and you're seeing people at LANs who are able to hit insane reaction shots.
Okay. I think one thing I've noticed as well is that the stringing of multi-kills for the T side has really not been there. Not ready for the Olaf. Well, I guess we'll just have to see if Smokeosaurus can pull it together and execute on the CT side to hold off this loss.
I mean, obviously, just from what I would imagine the statistical likelihood is, I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off. But I think what you want to do, because tonight is a best of 2, you want to drag this game out as long as you can and bring down your opponents. Make them fight for it. Make them actually work for this win so that it's not a gimme, And then you get into the next match, new mentality, fresh start. Okay, it didn't work out, but now we've got the momentum rolling.
Yeah, and for those of you that are just tuning in, the way that EPE match nights work is if you get 2 wins, you receive 2 points. If you receive 1 win, you get 1 point, and obviously 0, you get 0 points. So, first game loss, it's not, the night's not over. There's still opportunity. At the end of the season, those points really come into play.
And this is the global tier, right? This is the highest tier
Yes.
that we have here. So, maybe even within the tier, you might see some skill disparity because some of the higher skilled players can be very good. Well, and there we go.
Yep, LW, do not let him warm up. Oh, wow. LW.
Like,
I think
that's
he's
the kind of thing we saw on Monday from this team.
Yes. He's definitely a player on everybody's watch list right now. I'm really curious to see how far into the CT side that we can get. T side is definitely more strategic. I didn't see a lot of util to really gain access into the sites. On this site, or on this side rather, you can rely on your aim. I think if you're doing a fast execute, the enemy team's not using a lot of utility. You can already see the rifle's being brought out. 2 MP9s, 3 M4s, and here it comes. So I think the gun round is going to be really kind of where we see what is the grid of this game.
I don't disagree that's the bread and butter, but remember that Singularity's only round loss on the first half was a sort of seemingly ridiculous pistol rush. It was not the cold calculated gun run. It was we got caught out. We made our own mistake there. And I think that's one thing now that they've got to be careful. Now the roles are reversed. You got to be careful now on your CT side. You don't get caught off. Fantastic hold by Ozzy and was it Chief, I believe.
There we go, Ozzy. He was. Yep. I think last week there was a plethora of well spread around between all of the teammates, and I think this week we're gonna really see that kind of highlight again. Very dangerous spray there. T-Con's been taken. Molly out. Oh no! Here he goes. Caught. Oh. But that's exactly what you alluded to. Are you going to be ready for a rush or something like that? Leadbone, the double kill.
Yeah, once Ivy falls, you got to watch your back.
Four rounds in.
I see one of the players was complaining about the server, and I
think it was Elliot. Yeah.
I was curious about that. I know that everyone probably has been playing, notices there was a big update yesterday, and that even resulted in Faceit being down for an extended amount of time as they had to update. Makes you wonder about the differences that updates can make on the game and on competitive play in general.
Oh yeah, I mean, any degraded performance, or even a mechanic change, or anything like that can really impact how you're feeling about it. Maybe the game feels off that day.
One shot.
Wow. This is what you were talking about. The only issue for Smokesaurus is they can only really afford 2 of these rounds. So what do you do here? Do you back off, save, or? Yep, I think that's the call here.
I don't think giveaway in right now. That's crazy. Acid just comes right in there with 2 quick 1Ds in succession. Bang, bang, takes out 2 heads.
Oh, Ozzy doesn't cut off to your right. Yep, he did. I'm not really sure on the decision to stay there. Did he have a kit? Was that do you think that was just a cheeky kill, or do you think that was a plan to potentially try to defuse?
I think he just didn't want to give up the position and the
Terrorists win.
Yeah, all guns white though. That's going to be a problem down the road.
They were probably thinking along the lines of taking the guns out of the terrorists' hands, forcing them to buy new weapons, but yeah, I mean, losing your own guns, probably not worth it, but they do have the economy to keep going. No op on the CT side, but they are able to afford mostly a full buy, some utility missing.
Trade's coming in though. Clips.
Counter-terrorists win.
Not able to get it done. I think that's okay. You've still got a lot of rounds in your back pocket. I think you here just tell the guys, hey guys, we're going to take it easy, buy back in. Plenty of rounds. I really don't think that there's any concern right now in Singularity. It looks like we have a issue. Are we able to blame this on the new update?
I hope so. I hope it's as simple as something like that.
Let's see what we got here.
I have to give full credit, though, to Singularity, though. They showed up against a team that played absolutely amazingly, on Monday, and they just didn't care. They came in here and they decided they were going to do their business, do it well, professionally, come in and speed run through map 1.
Yep. I think it's that it was highlighted last week. We want to come in. We want to show that we can be dominant. We can be top dogs as well, and I think that they're really delivering here.
I think we have a hung server here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think production is telling us it might actually be more than just a spectating issue, but an actual server issue. So
Yeah, trying to
we'll
figure out what's going on.
But yeah, like it's just like what I was saying before. Like this was Smokesaur's last game. Like I keep wanting to say last week, but it was a Monday game. They did such a good job, and they were just utterly dominating. They were coordinated. Everything felt locked in. They felt like they not just they knew what they were doing, but they knew exactly what the opponent was doing. And this game, it's not the same feeling whatsoever. This feels like they're waiting for something to happen that it never really happens. Like they were always setting up on their T side for like, well, they're going to push us here and we're going to get the pick and we're going to move it. And it just never worked out. The only round they were able to really do something is where, they grabbed the bull by the horns, right? And they're like, we're going to do it. We're going to go out and make it happen. And they ran out there with the pistols and the flashes and just made it work.
Just strong arm their way on the site.
Yeah. And I think maybe they like, obviously the skill is there individually, collectively, what they need to do and everything is they know what they have to do. Maybe it's a map issue. Maybe they're just off on the night, which can happen. But they needed something different on the T side playbook. Their CT side was decent. I mean, they only dropped a couple rounds. And I'm guessing since we're moving on to Inferno that
game is over.
The first map did not go their way, which is not surprising, right? Just like I was saying, statistically speaking, the odds of pulling a string like that and an 11-1 back, it can happen. It's just I don't see it as very likely. I don't have that much confidence, but.
No, and I think you get in that phase of I have to make a big play because we're so far down, and I think that kind of sets up the opportunity for a disaster.
Exactly. And that's the other thing that I tried to explain to some people years ago. I remember explaining this mentality that when you're up by a vast amount of rounds, you can start doing bizarre, plays, weird plays, things that don't make any sense because even though they might have a lower risk, the mentality of a team that's down 11-1 is to be like, okay, guys, we got to really focus. We got to really get these kills. We got to play fundamentals. We got to play and they're focused now on trying to play good Counter-Strike. And to them, that might be like, if you're peeking a certain corner, I want to get there first. I want to like really, really hold this angle or whatever it is that you need to do in the moment. And you're not expecting a wacky play. You're not expecting something stupid. Like on Dust 2, it's like 5 CTs just push mid. It's like, why? Because we're up, 12-1.
Yeah, we can afford it. We can afford
to lose a round. And now you have to be watching for these stupid plays that normally are like, and when I say stupid plays, I mean plays that have a very low chance of succeeding in the norm. Yep. Suddenly now they're more risky. And so now you have to be careful not to get lulled into a sense of just playing the regular game. You have to, like, the team is making you play honest now. You have to watch everything, every sort of lurk, every sort of, bizarre combination or concoction that you can do, or even just like leaving a bomb site open as a CTs. It could happen now. Suddenly, instead of, 2 people covering a bomb site, you got like 4 people on the bomb site.
No, I mean, that's really valid points. I mean, yeah, I think you hit it on the nail. It's that you have to focus so hard. What does it happen? Well, we were so concentrated on TCon. We were so focused on IVB site that we let a Deagle run up out Pop Dog and double dig us.
And that's not to take away from like Acid's skill. Like those shots were nice.
They were good.
I mean, we didn't get to see it from his perspective, which probably added to it in some ways because you got to see like the counter-terrorists weren't even doing anything 100% wrong, right? Like they're just there and they just could not react to, Peaker's advantage and whatnot. But Acid was just on point there to make it happen.
So as we're warming up here, guys, we're just waiting for everybody to get ready. The teams are ready up, and we'll be back into a knife round. And actually, I think this season, right? If the opponent picks a map, you give up knife, or is that different?
I seem to recall Monday there was a knife round, but I'm not sure how that works for the second map. I do like the idea of experimenting, where leagues get to reevaluate how do we do things, how do we want to do things, how should we do things.
Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve.
But it does lead to some very interesting outcomes. So I think this is live for the pistol round, although, yeah, they're knifing each other, so.
I think that maybe I was on to something there. Because I do believe Smokosaurus has picked the first map, correct? I think that did come out of their pick.
Counter-terrorists win.
All right, so I did just get a notification from League admins. Both maps are nice. So, following suit on the face of the platform. And we have Smokosaurus on CT side, Singularity on T side. I'm curious to see, we saw Singularity start on CT side, so we did not have to see much T strategy in that second half. I'm curious to see what they have cooked up for Inferno. Dooley's on Chief, coming up. Oh wow, the double, the triple.
That was a good hold. Good hold.
That was a really good hold. That really gives time. Aussie coming on up. They've crossed, spotted, both on site. We could probably hear the calls ringing out in Discord right now. So we have a double. Oh. I don't think he's got to speed up. There it is. Disaster avoided.
That was a little bit tight timing there. I mean, you never want to be in a position like that where you're the last guy on the bomb and you have to get off of it to fight in what was a 3v1 originally.
Yep.
But you know what? That's good. They did not lose the mental game in the last second there. The defuse comes in. That's absolutely fantastic that they can get this first round and move in. We got 2 M4s being bought and 3 MP9s. This is their chance. They can now start doing what Singularity did to them, run away with it on the CT side. And I actually think that they have the mental game to do that.
Sorry about that. One of the puppers. You need to go outside. No, and I think Inferno is a map that, you know, like last, we did see a save into pistols. I believe Inferno, I think it depends on the map and how confident you are that some of the shorter range weapons can kind of really deal damage. I think this is definitely a map that we're going to see throughout the season. A lot of teams on T side, if they lose that pistol round or even CT, save.
I actually really like Inferno as a map. I think it's one of the best maps for Counter-Strike. I know that it's debated if this iteration is the best version, and I know it's gotten a lot of hate over the last so many months, but the core of it, I love the core aspects of it.
It is definitely a utility-dependent map, and I agree that it is one of the better maps in Counter-Strike. It's up there on my top 3 list. I definitely think the changes to balcony is a debatable topic for the community right now with that new railing that's at when you come out of apartments. But so far, Smokosaurus is cleaning up that pistol round. We'll really see kind of what happens here in this buy round. So there we're seeing the ability to view the loadout of players via the new Val update, bringing big changes to the game.
Yeah, as long as that's not the reason why we got kicked out of the server there that first time there, then the update's probably worth it, right?
But I think that it brings, if you're on terror side or CT side, it's definitely, I can see the pros and cons. People are really like, I really don't really see what value this brings, but you know, knowing what your teammate can purchase in a round, I think is a big adjustment to the visibility of a round.
Singularity showing up ferociously now. Moses with 2 entries. This A bomb site's in danger, and look at this. They don't want to rotate. Chief is worried about a push through CT.
Yeah, I think that this is a free plant right here. I think at this point you may be talking in comms going, hey guys, we may need to save. Although, can Leadbone get a second? That is, this round is actually back on. I think he's ready for 2. Oh wow. That was closer than it should have been, in my opinion. I'm not really sure why the bomb was so far back behind.
You know, if Chief could have gotten there sooner, I think he could have made a difference. The problem is that once you lose 2 players that quickly and you already know they're taking Arch, you can't be certain that they're not CT. The sheer speed with which Moses got those entries and they took Arch absolutely paralyzed the rotate. That's one of the, I guess that's a side effect of how Inferno is built. Like, how else do you rotate? You go through Banana, you go through CT, that's it.
Oh, wow.
What
an entry.
You go in, you go out, and you come back with a head.
LW flexiting over now. I mean, already this pistol round's off to a great start. Bad smoke. Are they going to anticipate Leadbone peeking this? Yes, they are.
They do.
I thought he was going to be cheeky there, but I think they realized that they'd thrown a bad smoke. 2 coming up short. I don't think he's ready for... Oh, wow, he is. Here we go. USB just not enough.
Saving an AK isn't terrible.
No. I mean, when your heaviest investment was a deagle this round, I think that's a really good save there.
I wanted to highlight, though, the nature of the way they took the site. Singularity kills the Arch player, and so now you have a player in sight and you got a player in pit, and now it falls onto the site player, the CT player in sight, to say, well, if they're coming up Arch, I should probably be watching that. So he gets off of the site now, but Singularity's not going there. They kill the Arch player, and they're coming back up lane instead. And that enables them to isolate both fights. They kill the guy, the site player who's moved off, and they kill the player in pit, one after the other, separately.
Terrorists win.
Really good team coordination from Singularity so far. I think even on that CT side you could really see it, but I think there's really truthfully, they were just getting the frags on train that our Smokosaurus just had no reaction to. Definitely curious to see if this is going to be a slugfest or if Singularity are going to start kind of pulling away here as the rifles fall in place.
I'm curious if LW's going for the mid pick. He's got the big green gun. Let's see what he does with it.
Looks like he's just nading and going back. Another opener. I didn't catch. Yep, that was definitely who was arch side, the rifle arch side. So again, 2 split. 3 working A, 2 working a B. Banana control is definitely in the hands of terrorists. Leadbone though, gonna even it out, back up, and there it is. Okay.
They can hear the movement. Leadbone's moving now to rotate over, so they'll have 3 on A. But the bomb was all the way back in, almost by T-spawn, by the steps. So it's taking them all this time to bring it to A.
There's that railing I told you about. Oh no, out of bullets. 1v3 that easily cleaned up. There we go.
Two scoreline. Smokosaurus is still winning by 1, and they've got a very good buy. Eclipse with the opening kill on Chief. That's That is very unfortunate. That's pulling in the rotate, and yet Singularity is not committing.
You know, I feel like since the rifles have been taken out, Singularity's really been they've been on the receiving end of a lot of openers. There you go, LW pulling him.
Beautiful.
Looks like we have a heavy stack A again.
I don't like this. Eclipse is starting to pull the rotate off.
Yeah.
LW thinks better of it, stays.
Ooh. Oh no. X with a drop in on Gram Zero. The A side has fallen.
Bomb has been planted.
Okay. Nice little tap there.
Yeah, Acid. He's just feeling it tonight. There he's with another. I think this is the right call by Led.
That's unfortunate. I think they had the tools they needed, but losing a player immediately on the banana push is just... That's not something Smokosaurus can really afford, in my opinion. The opening kill going to Singularity is just... it really gives them a massive advantage. They get to poke, they get to prod, and Smokosaurus are not playing... either side, but particularly the A side, they're not really playing it all that aggressively. So by the time Singularity shows up, Smokosaurs are already pushed really far back, like Library and Pit or Side and Pit or something along those lines. They don't really have an aggressive foothold in like apps, let's say, to really fight back first and make them think about pushing.
Yeah, I mean, Singularity are really kind of free of caution right now. Any movement around the map you want to do? Looks like we have a quick B rush right here.
I thought he had that.
Yeah. So they definitely know 3 Ruby. You heard a rifle, you heard an MP9, and you killed the Opper. Ozzy, let's see what he can make here. There it is. That's a good kill pickup. I think you just get out of there now. Oh, are they?
Beautiful.
Good pickup. Really clawing their way back into the throne. Leadbone, Chief.
All right, Ash,
I don't think
show
he's...
us what you got. 1v3.
Looks like he's gonna fake 59 first. There it is. Graham with the kill through the box.
That's very difficult. I mean, the problem is not only do you have to plant on a fairly open site, there's like no real place that you can plant that is covered from all angles. Once you have counter-terrorists streaming into the construction church area, you have them on banana, CT, like there's no place you can only pick one thing to maybe block off by planting behind the fountain or behind the boxes.
Yeah.
He chose the best that he had there. The problem is that when you plant in that position, in the first orange's position, there's nowhere to go. You have to come out fighting, and it's a wall-bangable box. So he did what he could. He got the plant, got a kill. That's the bomb site.
So we do have a mixed buy coming in. Looks like 3 AKs of Khalil and a Tech 9. Nutty with the Tech 9. I mean, here I think you send the pistol out, let the AK wrap around behind him. Here we go again with a double R setup. Last time we were in this scenario for the Smokosauruses, the rifle got dropped, which then ended up leading to an A take. Oh, peeking before the smoke pops. I think we're all victims to that, huh?
Oh, yes. And sometimes you can even talk yourself into saying it's the right decision because I'm trying to get a little bit of an edge. They won't suspect me coming out here at this moment.
So we do have 2 pushing B here. Was that spotted by Chief? Oh no, they've swapped places. Here we go. So 1v3, I think here you just let the team wrap around, everybody join. Chief doesn't have to be a hero. Shouldn't have been a hero.
Oh,
Here's your fountain protection right here. Not enough
there
for the
we
banana
go.
peak.
I'll tell you, it gets a little bit scary. Eventually, Acid is going to get one of these 1v3s. Eventually. And it's not going to be a good round for his opponents. They're going to look back at that and say, why did we do that? Why did we let him get away with it? But it's one thing I do like about Smokosaurus. They, you know, they do seem to really give off, and I don't know what I'd call it, a sense that they are playing as a team, that there's a lot of coordination that goes into what they do.
LW with a nade down banana. This definitely looks like a banana push. So curious to see. Oh no, don't get caught with the nade out. Yeah, oh no, another nade. Wow, Leadbone there to save. Honestly, if they had made sight there, Chief would have been caught with a nade in his hand, and I think that B sight falls there.
I think that's where I think they did that on purpose, like with intention. I think the idea was one threw the grenade, pulled out his gun, and then the other guy pulls out the grenade. And I mean, that you know, talk about trust tests and you know, where people fall into each other's arms. In this case, the trust test in CS is that you pull out a grenade and expect your teammate to cover you.
Just I need a 3K right now, please.
Exactly. And but you know, it worked out, and the grenade did damage. It helped make the M4 way more effective.
Here's another entry for Singularity. Those opening duels are starting to stack up, though.
Yeah, I think that's
yeah, I mean, it's quick. I feel like whether it's down mid, up banana, Smoke Sources have really given up easy picks that aren't really necessary. I mean, they're not going to be able to afford those on T side.
You know, Leadbone, though, was like a fraction of a second from getting 1, maybe 2 or 3 kills and evening it up. I could see what he was going for, but the whole situation just got away from him.
Graham Zera, he's definitely... Gets the kill in truck. A little bit of team damage there, though. Was not expecting Graveyard.
Yeah, I think his teammate should have been aware of that. I think that might have been some miscommunication. Oh.
So his 2v2 has turned into a 2v1. Mini pit, Graveyard. Are they going to expect the wrap from middle, though? He definitely hears all of this. Planning safe on site. He's going to get this Graveyard fight, whether he's ready for it or not. Oh, he's not ready. He's not waiting for it.
Oh, and Nutty was only like 3 HP right there. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that they let the guy go grave and kill him. I don't know if that was miscommunication or if that was just a timing issue. I thought they had somebody Arch who could have seen that and could have done something about it. So, I mean, that's unfortunate. If he peeks, you know, a second earlier, takes out the guy who's Graveyard, that whole round goes differently.
See if we get another opening pick here for the T side. So if you've noticed, every match since the last update, that long haul molly is not hitting anymore. So I'm curious to see. I personally have not learned the new molly, if there even is one out there. But it looks like that long haul molly is now just mollying Valkyrie. Harris pushing up, gets the molly kill.
Team damage.
A second round in a row I see team damage. Ooh, really good nade there on Graham Zero and Pit. Looks like the apps is rolling up. Even with low health, he's still fragging out. There he is, he's got them. Death finds its way, right? Oh. Acid.
No.
Is this that 1v3 you were talking about? He almost gets it.
He needed a little bit more control on that last kill, or more bullets. He was correcting. Yeah. He had it. He could see it. He could envision the whole thing in his mind, how it was supposed to go, and you could see that moment where he realized the mag is empty, and he was running out of options quickly. But yeah, I'm like, Acid has been in how many 1v3s now? Now you could also blame Singularity and say, like, guys, stop putting Acid in this situation, or maybe Acid is like not playing with the team as well as he should be, you know. But if you're going to be in those situations, you got to make it close. You got to make it work, and he's making them nervous. He's making Smokosaurus nervous.
I mean, here we go, the molly kill on the Leadbone. Leadbone does take one, though, as the entry, and there's Acid down, so I feel like your likelihood of a clutch here is kind of diminished, but if you can pull out the rest of this round, you won't even have to worry about it. I feel, though, that perhaps also the damage output that Leadbone's doing, or Leadbone, I apologize, Acid's doing at the end of the round, taking those rifles out of CT hands, that is actually paying a long-term financial impact to the counter-terrorist.
Definitely. Every kill matters. Every round matters. I think that's also why Counter-Strike is a rage-inducing game, because you can't just say, well, this mistake happened one round, put it behind you, next round, you move on. It's like, no. Everything that happened in that round affects the next one.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, with the spray down.
Wow. What a wrap, and way to bow tie that for the Smokosauruses to end the half.
That was nice. The 3K and then the turnaround. Like, this is the kind of thing we needed to see on the first map. So this maybe it's just the right combination of like facing Singularity on train. It's just not their cup of tea. It's not their wheelhouse to play like that. And they just got to go back to the drawing board and figure out what they're doing wrong, because that was a good half right here. Again, though, keep in mind, they played CT fine on the first map, so it could be an issue on the T side. So we're about to find out.
Oh, great opener by Eclipse. Oh wow, another. This terrorist falling right now. Yep. Pulling it back. B is open. Let's see if we can get the rush down. Rotation's already in. Two coming through CT, one coming banana behind them. I'm curious to see if they really anticipate a quick CT. No smoke cross. Aussie pinged through the box. Oh, there is a smoke. There is a smoke. So I think it's really going to come down here to this church play. If they can get it. Oh, wow. Aussie. Eclipse. Oh, wow. Does he have time to reload? He does. Coming down to the wire here. Oh, wow. Battle. Battle of the low HP, but no kit. Smokosauruses, this could be.
Aussie. Absolutely.
It really was. I mean, it's that ring around the rosy. What are you going to do in a 1v1? I'm going to try to run around the box and just stall out as much time as I can. Yeah,
you have to go fast at that point. You have to force their hand by, like, pushing one side very loudly and then switching to the other side, or whatever the case may be. You have to force the issue. That was impressive, you know, and that was what? There was a 2v4, 2v5 or something like that. And, you know, the problem is that I think this is what we were talking about before, about the pressure that gets on you when you're down rounds. Singularity's thinking, the two banana players are thinking, we got to get down there. We got to help. There's this big fight going on down mid, and we can make a, you know, big assistance by being there and showing presence. And it's like, no, you gave up the bomb site. It didn't work out.
Forcing the hand. LW taking a lot of nade damage there. Can we get a tab real quick? I would like. Oh, Chief with a kill through the smoke. Graham Zero wrapping it up. Aussie's down though. No sense of. Oh wow, are we gonna get the kill here? There we go. Got a little nervous there when we saw the headshot. Smokosaurus is pulling away on the terrorist side, but we do have our first buy round coming in. Do you think we'll see a different approach to the CT side as far as pushing down middle like they've been doing here the last 2 rounds?
I think Singularity is just an aggressive team in general. I could be wrong, but just the way that they play, to be fair though, on Contrain they held positions, but I have a feeling that now they're going to want to take the fight. They're actually going to want to take apps. They're going to want to take banana very aggressively.
Yeah, taking that space, making terrorists feel like they're restricted on what they can do. I mean, it's almost like forcing the hand like you were talking about when you're down. It's almost like on the terrorist side, making them feel like they have to force an area of the map into your hands, essentially. There it is. I'm not really sure what Aussie was doing there. Throwing a nade before he has the gun back in his hand and peeking.
Yeah, for some reason he did not believe that there was a player porch. So
always believe a player's porch. 2v2 though. Very strong hold though by Terrace. This is a really good post-plant position. You have one in mini pit, one on site. Now you know one's library. Smoked off though.
Oh.
And what? No, well, as I say that it's a strong post plant, it is not a strong post plant. That smoke, I think, really escalated that situation on a site very quickly to where I'm not really sure who was in pit, but they lost all visibility to help defend the player.
Yeah, I don't know what that really was. It just seemed like the players were not looking in for the terrorist post plant position. They should have been focused on the opposite situation. As odd as it is, just the angles that they came out and how it worked out. But it's hard to say also because you don't know where the counter terrorists are coming from necessarily.
Moses out again. It feels like this whole game we've been talking about terrorist openings very quickly on the ground. We're only a minute and 32 seconds into the game. Graham Zera brings it down to a 3v4 before passing. LW, there it is. We really haven't seen him stand and shine, I feel, in the series. It's been really a group effort by Smokosaurus in the 2 matches. Look at that new AK, guys. Flashy. As we see Chief get the frag in. Oh, lower middle spotted. Not really sure I would have taken that one, but hey, it's okay. We're in a 3v1. I think here CT saves that rifle. Oh, well.
I think Aussie's trying to position so he can't retreat. I think he wanted to cover mid so that the counter-terrorists could not go back. That, you know, I like the play. I mean, yes, it's a slight amount of risk here because if you have a really good counter-terrorist who's speed-running his way to the bomb site, it could get a little dicey, but you'd like to think that would not happen when you're in the 3v1, right?
Yeah. I mean, you never know. I mean, 3 bullets can change the whole outcome of the round.
I think he also was counting on the clock being too far ticked.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, mid push.
First frag coming in the way of Nutty. Grams there, they know that this is a mid. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, wow. Gets another Moses, starting to stack on the kills. He was kind of following along back behind the pace, but with the squad, but moving up a little bit. A nice 3v2 for the CTs. This is that scenario I was telling you about where terrorists are down a player now. It kind of feels like, well, we've evened it back up. But sometimes in that situation, it almost feels like you have to make a move, whether it's on CT or T side. I'm going to be honest. We had a little bit of glip there, and whew.
I have no idea what just happened.
I was calling around, and now we have no clue what's going on.
We have an issue where it's dropping the last round.
Apparently, the last round causes some sort of glitch. That sounds like it could be update caused, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would have to agree there. We didn't have this problem last week.
We didn't have it Monday, yeah.
Or I'm so sorry, Money. See, you've got me saying last week.
I wanted to keep saying it. It felt like so much time has gone by, and it's only 2 days. I don't know. It's just that's my own problem, I guess.
I mean, it's almost like when you yawn. Hey, it catches on. So, yeah, it looks like Smokesaurus is able to pull it back. We have a tied game, 1-1. Each team's going to receive a point. Thank you to everybody that tuned in the stream. Thank you to Jack for observing. Bible Clinger, amazing casting as always. Everybody make sure you tune in and look for when he's casting next. And thank you again. Any last closing words? What are your thoughts on the game?
I think as much as we made an issue of like losing so badly in the first half on Train, it's really just one map in the season. It's not really a big deal. And they were able to make the other half, relatively competitive, obviously drop a round or two. That's it. They came back though on the second map, Smokesaurus, and showed Singularity they mean business on another map, another time. So I think both teams have really begun to establish that they are forces to be reckoned with. They're defeatable for sure, but they can be monsters when they need to be. So going forward, I think whichever team is playing these two next, they should do their homework and show up also with a lot of firepower and a lot of teamwork. It's really good. I've been having a blast now. This tier in particular, the global tier, has been quite a lot of fun to watch. So I'm hoping, I think what's the next game? On Monday, right? Next week?
Yep, next Monday.
9 p.m. Eastern. So I'm hoping that we get to see some more good Counter-Strike next week. Same kind of idea.
No, well played. Well, great game, great games, I'd rather say, and great night of Counter-Strike. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the EPE stream. We'll be back here live next Monday. Make sure you tune in. If you're not currently in the Discord, make sure you join. We're always looking for new community members, and thank you everybody. Have a great night.